Okay, so what we're going to do today is we're going to have a go at fixing this remote. Now, a lot of the buttons are not functioning, and I've checked out a few of the YouTube videos, and I'm going to give it a go myself. And let's see how we go. This one doesn't have any screws for us to undo, so it'll just have little clips through the side here. I've actually got a set of plastic tools because plastic tools will help prevent snapping bits of plastic off the sides here. So let's have a go at just sliding some of those plastic tools in and separating the top from the bottom of the remote. As you can see, there's a bit of grime on the outside, wear and tear. So this is for our set-top box. So it's just as simple as running the tool along here. You can see the little snap there. A little bit of a snap. Great little tool, these. They are available on, they're available on just about anywhere from eBay to Amazon, those sorts of things. Oh, look at the grime in there. It's no wonder that this is not working. Look, it's had coffee spilt on it. See, it's snapping off quite nicely there now. Oh, is there any wonder that our little controller is not working? Shame on us. Okay, I'll just I'll just get this off. It's not that hard, but I'll just pause. Okay. Oh, look at the grime. We have cats, we have dogs, we have had coffee spilt on lots of different things. You can see that that's really pretty mucky. So I'm going to give this a wash in some warm water, give it a good scrub, and with the pads, you can see the pad itself is very, very simply just rubber. Now you can see it's actually quite gummy and damp in there. Again, you can wash this out in some just warm water. Make sure everything is super dry when you finish though. That's really important. Again, the back here, what we're going to do is just clean that with some isopropyl alcohol. So I've got some alcohol here and some cotton tips. So we're just going to use simple cotton tips and give it a bit of a clean up. And we'll see how we go from there. Now, this is before I've cleaned it. Okay, so you can see there's moisture, there's a bit of gunk and goop and all sorts of things. So we're going to give that a very gentle clean. We're not going to go scrubbing really hard. It's just a very simple circuit board. I've had a look at the solder bits and pieces, and they all look absolutely fine apart from the fact that they're filthy. A bit shameful, really. So we're going to use a Q-tip, and we're going to use the alcohol, and we're going to give this a bit of a clean up. So let's just grab some Q-tips. Just pop a little bit in the cap. Give this a bit of a clean up. I've got some, this will get all the, look at that, all the grease and grime off it. I've got some paper toweling also to help us give this a good clean up. Probably should start off down the bottom, shouldn't we? So we'll keep doing this until we get it nice and smick. Look at it getting all of that grime off. So let's keep doing that until we get it nice and clean. Last little bit here to clean. You can see the difference between what we've done and what we're currently doing. Look, we have cats, we have had dogs that have decided that they would like to chew the controls over periods of time. Cats have knocked cups of coffee over. Look, all sorts of things. You can see some of the grime and grit. Remote controls, are a pain in the bum. I don't know if you've ever had to or tried to get one of those universal remote controls to replace what you've got. we have in the past, and they are useless. But, you know, I mean, if you, like me, don't mind having a go at things, look, there's hair and all sorts of things in amongst that. There's a little capacitor at the back there. So we want to make sure that we're not damaging the capacitor connections. Hopefully, like I said, I'm not going to fiddle around with any of the solder joints. They sort of look okay to me just now. But when we consider how much dirt and probably coffee and, oh God, wine maybe, was in this particular controller. Now I'm just going to very carefully use the corner of my little separating tool with a little bit of that just to get in to those little nitty-gritty spots. Cool. Still a little bit there that I'm not happy about. Like I said, be really careful of the likes of your capacitor. Still a bit of grime there. The capacitor at the back here. Like I said, they usually last a long time, but just make sure that the soldering points there are okay. I mean, generally speaking, we shouldn't have to worry about that. Let's keep our workplace clean. No sense cleaning something and seeing it get dirty again straight away. I'm just going to go over this one more time, and then we'll look at reassembling. Now, unfortunately, while I was drying this, we did lose a couple of the small lugs that, look, they're fine. They're, you know, they're easy to come off. We lost one on one side and one up the other. It shouldn't be too much of a problem. Look, if you're keen and you want to try and super glue them back on, knock yourselves out. But I don't think we're going to miss these two. So we're about ready to reassemble. Now, remember, it's really important to make sure all your components are dry. I think we might also give each of these little, because these are contact points at the back of the keypad, we might give those a little extra clean, even though I've cleaned it in warm soapy water. We might give those just a little bit of a clean, because they're contact points for the board there. So we might just give that just a little bit of an extra bit of attention, and just again with the Q-tips and the alcohol, rubbing alcohol, and we'll go from there. So this stuff will just evaporate, of course. But you can see there's still a little bit of grime on there, even though I gave it a pretty decent scrub with the with a very soft toothbrush. It's worth just giving them a little bit of extra attention. I mean, you can do your best, and of course try and make sure that you have nice, you know, clean oil-free hands too. No sense in taking the oils off and getting greasy mitts all over it again. Still a bit of grime. Turn it around. It's amazing how everyday life can just get into things. You know, you'd sit there and think that it wouldn't be that bad, but good grief, you know, man. Bit of good fun. And I mean, I don't have an electronics background or anything like that. I'm just a service officer at working for the man, and working for the man. Well, working for the government. So if you want to call that the man, go for it. All right, just give that a little bit to dry itself out, and then reassemble. Now when you're reassembling, of course, make sure that you get your bits and pieces all nicely lined up, and it should just sit in there quite nicely. Of course, your guide is going to be your battery bay. Now, so I'm not putting my grotty fingers all over the top of this, I'm just going to set it in. There we go. So it just takes a little bit of a, sometimes you'll hear it go for a little click. Oh, goodness me. That'll be a very big cat hair. All right, so we know where the battery bay is. We're going to pop this into its little holder. You can't fault where that goes. All right. And you'll see your little LED up the end there. Okay. I'm going to realign it and hopefully snap it just carefully into place. There we go. Should be, just give it gentle pressure. Beautiful. We know we lost a couple over that side. All right. A little bit more there. There we go, all snapped into place. Pop our batteries in. Helps if I put the batteries in the right way, doesn't it, dude? Oh, yeah. And a battery casing, which we might just give a quick clean. Okay. Snap that little sucker back into place. And by rights, if we hit the button, might just turn the light off. And you can see the little flash there. That tells us, beautiful. That tells us that we've got connection for that particular little item, and it's going to pick up the TV remote and everything. So there we go. All good. Cheers. And we're going to try another one. The next one we're going to do is for a Panasonic. And the next one, if you want to see it, is being the dogified one. So that's had a boxer dog play with it. And let's see how we go with this monster. Cheers. See you next time.